Namaste. Myself Dr. Samya Buranawat. I'm a Chief Consultant at Diabetes Mellitus. I'm over here today to talk on a topic: diabetes, a lifestyle and a metabolic disorder. Everybody keeps saying there are many diseases which is of a lifestyle disorder, and few are definitely related to what? Metabolism. So, what exactly is metabolism when it comes to diabetes, and what exactly is a lifestyle which is influenced or which is a positive factor for diabetes? So, let's see one by one about it. Uh, so as we all know, like diabetes mellitus is a metabolic disorder, and in Ayurveda we call it as a Prameha. And when it comes to Kaphaja Meha, we also call it as a Madhumeha. That was what we consider type 2 diabetes. So from where does the metabolism exactly started? So we have to understand in Ayurveda we have said a particular positive factor which is specific for diabetes, like which is specific to get off from in one's life. So what kind of positive factor? We mention about food habits, especially the food which can increase kapha in your body, like excessive meat-made sweets or excessive dairy products, having curds at night, and excessive sleeping at daytime, or resting the body when you have to be active, or getting up very late in the morning hours. Those are all the things which increases the kapha, which you can also understand, like your body starts, like for example, if you the energy what you get when you get up at maybe like 6 o'clock in the morning, and the energy what you get when you get up at 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. The way the hunger level varies, the way the lethargy or the enthusiasm for the day, energy balance. So you should have experienced that. If a person does that, once in a while, then yes, that is okay. But when a person makes this as a habit for a longer duration, then you are at risk of developing a metabolic disease. Why it is metabolic? I mean, why Ayurveda has said these particular positive factors, which is majorly related to the food habits of a person. That is because something which is related to your metabolism. So before we understand this, let me just brief you of the insulin. So what exactly the insulin is? Like insulin is the hormone which would be, I'll just tell you in simple terms, which is produced by your pancreas. And when you have a food, I mean, you have that particular food, the energy, the glucose, the sugar levels enters to your body. The sugar which converts to energy. That to make that, I mean, that which enters to your bloodstream, to make that completely converted into glucose is the major work of your insulin hormone. So what happens with type 2 diabetes? In type 2 diabetes, whenever a person starts eating these particular positive factors, the Vidana, what I said, which is stated in Ayurveda. So when you start having this particular food articles, which has a high carbohydrates or a high glucose, so your body or your pancreas has to start producing more insulin to make sure that this is converting it as an energy and entering into your bloodstream. So if that is the case, so when we say to do this, only the pancreas releasing hormone is not sufficient. There is another supporting organs like your liver, and your bile also produces a bile juice, and liver also produces a particular enzymes. So those particular enzymes also push this pancreas to take care of that particular insulin metabolism which happens in your body to convert whatever the food you eat into an energy. So what's happening now? So let's say the liver enzyme activity that is also working in excess, and it starts that there are a few particular enzymes which also inks your particular food to start accumulating in your small intestine, and the liver has to calibrate the enzyme required to flush that off or to make your body organs to absorb that in particular. So it's not only the insulin which is contributing to this disease. That is where we find it as a metabolic disease, where a cellular level metabolism is involved by other organs of your body, like liver, could be bile, could be your stomach, whatever the acid secretion, whatever is happening. So from the intake of food, from your food tract, food bile, it excretes every organ which participate in breaking up that food particles that is converting that to energy or a glucose and letting it to your bloodstream has a huge influence on your insulin metabolism. On the go, so generally people will be wondering, so doctor, there are two kinds of metabolism. What happens in your body if I have just categorize it in a broad spectrum? The one is like that's what you're fasting, or maybe a keto diet, or that's intermittent fasting, or any particular crash diet, what they call it as. So it is like survival of your carbohydrate. So that is the one which has an immediate impact on your body. I mean, immediate impact on your metabolism, in fact. So that is it. That's what you will just lose your pickles very easily. Like they keep a target of, like, let's say 5 kilo in a month, or maybe there are people who keeps a target of 5 kilo in 10 days, and they completely cut down whatever the dietary products or high protein, which contains a high amount of sugar, carbs in that, and they just shift off a paid high protein. So you have to understand your weight crash diet, and your body metabolism has to switch from whatever it is doing to some other stage. So it has to work harder and harder to digest this particular protein, because your body was habituated to every day to metabolize that particular quantity of fat, particular fiber, particular carbs, particular proteins. But now I'm thinking that I just made easy for my body to get it only the protein metabolism, but no. But what you would have habituated, like for the years of like 30 years, 40 years, and suddenly I went on to this fresh diet because everyone knows that particular way. Yes, your body accommodates that, and it also loses the weight. But after losing the weight, what is your next practice to your body? Like, what is your next metabolism idea that you are planning to give it for your body? That is where the real challenge comes. For example, you have prepared all the kapha-dosha utpatti ahara, and suddenly you start back all those kapha-dosha food articles later. Once you lose those vegetables, you start giving back your curds, paneer, or whatever. Then this is the time your body gets confused. That is the time your pancreas take time to understand and produce the insulin. So that is where this is not exactly only because of that particular food habits I'm saying. Like, this could be an intervention in between, but there are people who has not undergone any kind of a changes at all throughout their life. Still they get the diabetes. So what exact metabolism process happens in their body is they have been exposing to a few particular causative factor for a number of years. So they have been exposing to that particular for a number of, a particular duration which has a trigger point or a saturation point. So when it comes there, your pancreas says, no, I won't be able to produce any more particular insulin to do the same thing because I'm aging and not able to process. You're not decreasing the intake of the particular food. So I won't be able to do that. Also, the resistance starts developing in your body. That is another possibility what exactly goes wrong with your metabolism. So if you ask me, there are people who ask the doctor, then what kind of a metabolism my body should really take care to understand this diabetes, that counts under the treatment part. Like, we just finish these things. We also see about this according to Ayurveda, there is a avarana and dadakshaya. So that is also because of which you get only for the same metabolism issue. Awareness is something like there is a particular dosha in your body. For example, this is pitta dosha. This is what is being affected. But what has happened because of the particular positive factor exposure, I have covered this with a kapha. So this is completely accumulated with kapha dosha, and that is very low. That is a awareness that also will have a problem of any metabolic or your metabolism is big corrupted over there. But I'm looking it into as some other business. But no, it is a metabolic business which has started because I'm not able to see somebody else is coming that real culprit or particular culture which has been affected. That would also lead to a metabolism. And the other chair is something like where your tissues start depleting kind. So that is because of another exposure or a really kind of a bad protein intake. I would say there are people who really think that they are having a food 3 times, but they are not really what your body needs. I always say you have to understand there are 3 things which is necessary for your body. You have to give a proteins, you have to give a particular fats, carbohydrates, and fructose, natural sugar to your body. These are the building blocks of your body or building blocks of every tissue of your body. Every muscle tissue builds on this. So what is the quantity I'm giving and how much is it my body organs are able to make use of it? Depending on that, your metabolism works. So if you're asking let's go to how do we manage this metabolism and the lifestyle disorder. So whatever I spoke till now is what exactly happens in your metabolism. So diabetes is also lifestyle disorder. I would say almost most of the 80% of the metabolic disorder starts that cause from your lifestyle. So as I said, the metabolism gets disturbed. How does it get disturbed? What is actually your lifestyle? Your lifestyle includes that usually diet, the food what you eat, the exercise, the calories you burn, and the sleep hours, the time you stay. These are all the major contribution to your lifestyle. And these lifestyle contribution will affect your metabolism directly. There is no inversely proportional, or if you sleep for these many hours, your metabolism picks up. No, you have to sleep on a particular timing. It's not everybody is concerned about. I really don't know how did that concept actually came into existence. I sleep 6 to 8 hours, and a human brain needs minimum 4 hours of sleep. See, that is only said to estimate the capacity of your brain function, but that doesn't mean that itself is a solution for that. No, that is comes away. So I would say you have to understand that that's a time where the Vata Doksha starts increasing in your nature. That's a time you should give rest for your brain. So I generally prefer my patients to sleep at least at 11 p.m. and get up by after 4:30 a.m. anytime you can get up. Anyways, so coming to lifestyle, Dr. How does diabetes has become more of a lifestyle than a hereditary? So we used to think like my parents didn't have the diabetes, so I have a lesser chance of getting the diabetes. But nowadays, what I could see is there's no more hereditary. I see 70% of my patients would say any hereditary, but they would say maybe my grandparents had it or they developed when they were 70 plus years, they got to know they are diabetic. But so what about the majority of the people are saying that, then forget about the hereditary. So what is the cause? Cause is variety of the lifestyle, what you're saying. That I keep repeating in my videos also. For example, typically when a female patient comes to us with the diabetes, when I will ask them, any of your parents who are diabetic, they're absent most of the time. It could be no doctor, but my in-laws are diabetic. My husband is parents are diabetic. And I always ask them, it's been how long you're married or you're weaning to that house. We can't understand. You have to make a point here. That is, their lifestyle is influencing this. For example, your in-laws has a particular lifestyle who have skip their breakfast, or they have their breakfast only by 10:30, 11 a.m. So once everybody that keeps the husband or leaves, with family or housewife, especially in here what they do, So they'll be having a breakfast at 10:30, 11 o'clock. And they have a habit of having curds at night. They say like without curds, they can't go to bed. They won't eat a proper sleep. So these are all the habits which we have done for ourselves. There are many habits. There are people who say it's like, if I can't survive without a coffee. See, I'm not saying you should really quit. But the moment you feel that you can't survive without that particular food, then you are an addiction. That's what it's not. You don't need to be addicted only to alcohol or smoking or any kind of other habits. If you're addicted to your caffeine, that's an addiction. So why is your addiction? So you have to understand when to stop. So you should never have an addiction to any kind of food you intake. That is the first way to protect your metabolism. Second thing is always be open mind to accept and acknowledge the local food of the place where you live in. Why you want to be so stubborn that no, I mean like kind of this in there. Routine means I need a routine. It's nothing like I need this particular ragi because I need a ragi. Like when they go to it, for example, UP or that side where they use maximum they grow is wheat. Then you have your roti there because that is more easier to digest. It will not put a pressure on your metabolism. Only when you're at South India, make sure you skip your roti. You have a ragi or any other millet just before here. That will be nothing comes rice also. I did ask my diabetic patients to completely stay away from rice, but I did ask them to quit rice at night. And try to leave a natural sugar or natural fructose kind of fruits and not for the dinner, but not to put high carbs or proteins for the dinner before you go to bed, because generally your insulin production at night, it starts reducing as the day energy starts reducing. I mean, the morning energy starts reducing. So you have to understand lifestyle. First thing to protect your metabolism is to be open-minded to accept the local food of the place where you live. With the local food, it just grow over there. Will always have a easier for a digestion. That's the quality of the food. And the second thing is the sleep hours. The sleep hours should be always between 11 p.m. and see when the sun is down, they go to bed. That's why the night is creative for you to rest, and your body is created in such a way which could accommodate to the prakriti, the nature, whatever is you are living on, that is on earth. And the next thing comes to be like see where we, as the technology came, we are also misusing, I would say. Like for example, we used to have before, once the sun sets, there was no electricity, so people used to just go away. But now we never understand when the sun rises or sun sets. There are apartments, and at least in metro cities, where we just need electricity 24/7. You can't see the sunshine inside your house. There are many people live in that kind of a place. So what are you understanding? The people say like we started. Man says that we started making up more productivity. I did say it's not only the productivity. You are also reducing your lifespan. It's like you're running fast, but you're dying fast. Towards what are you running? I mean, what is the lifestyle? And I would say it's really difficult for my patients to make them understand what they're eating. Like I always tell them to come up with millets and a cup of rice for their lunch, because it's a time when you really start working. And as far as I know, most of the university people's works gets more stressed by the end of the evening. So they'll be spending more energy towards it. Keep your energy stored at the lunch. Don't keep your energy stored at the dinner. So they tell me like, doctor, I can't carry a box wherever I go, or I work in a place where I really have people around me who will be like, very particular. They talk about it. And there are people who say like, really I can't take a time off for my lunch, or I just eat whatever I get. Then I say, then for what are you really earning? Then for what are you? This is what is your lifestyle. Then welcoming every lifestyle disease into your body. And it's the easily catchy numbers. Like we say now, it's a few seasons, the flu just comes stream. So when you have made your body a season for metabolic disease for all the year, then obviously somebody will come on a track. So then obviously the diabetes is the person like, yes, I'm being free. And yes, coming to especially in India, the lifestyle what we have, that this majorly depends on the food and the work hours. The people are stuck between this, which they are not able to understand what to prioritize. And the people they know and they prioritize generally focus for a reversal treatment. They are almost ready. Okay, doctor, this is a fine. I have downloads, I have taken so much of stress. Now I'm ready to do it. It takes a lot of time to work us to make them to fall into that particular thing and making them. And the word you have to understand when it comes to a lifestyle and metabolism, non-well. Normally, I take a coffee. Normally, I have a curd. They call it as what is a yogurt. Yeah, normally I need a yogurt post lunch. Normally I need a yogurt before I go to bed. Normally I sleep at 12 or 1 at night. So please understand, if we could correct that normal to whatever you're calling it is, which is abnormal to real normal, that's it. Your lifestyle and metabolism is being corrected over that. So when we say diabetes as a lifestyle and metabolic disorder, it's not only the pancreas is involved. There are other organs of your body, which starts from the food metabolism till the cellular level metabolism, weight tissue, muscle tissue, everything is being involved. So this is about diabetes being a lifestyle under metabolic disease. I think you have understood what exactly is the metabolic disorder means, and the complication of diabetes leads to a higher metabolic disorder that would be I'll be covering up in another video. Thank you.